This week it was a slow week for movie news.
Uh,
It,
there
it
there
was
were
kind of. I mean, there's a couple stories out there, but nothing big.
nothing big, but I still have a couple of things we could talk about.
Like what?
Um, well, did you see the trailer for the sequel for The Shining?
Doctor Sleep?
Sleep?
No, I haven't.
No.
No, but that's on my show notes.
Oh, okay. So I won't go too much into the
But I do know it's in
trailer.
the same universe. That's what I heard.
Well, yeah, this is what I heard about Stephen King's all his stories and stuff. They're all in the same universe. That's what I've heard.
That's what I heard too.
So
But
I mean
don't-
that's pretty cool, but it's just like, dang, this is a big universe. It's bigger than Marvel.
but even like the shitty movies, like even the shittier movies are in the same universe.
Yeah, but the books are better. The movies are shit. Like a lot of the movies that they've made about Stephen King novels suck.
Pretty.
Like what's that? The Dark Tower.
That sucks.
That novel is really good. It's a really good book.
You're right. But Misery was good too, though.
Oh yeah, but
I
so
think
I
it's
mean,
half and half.
yeah, half and half, and then it depends too. Like Maximum Overdrive with Emilio Estevez.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I loved that movie.
Well, because it's cheesy. You don't really care. It's just like monsters come.
I thought it was
machines-
cool. Like all these
Vending
like,
machines coming alive, and it's like. it's
and then
ridiculous.
the main leader was the Green Goblin truck. Okay.
The original from the comic books too.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take it. All right.
Actually, I think trailers were the only the big thing this week that came out because they came out with the Frozen 2 trailer as well.
I haven't seen that
I
one.
didn't see.
Just because with trailers, I like to just see the teaser,
Hmm.
and then all right, I'll just wait until the movie comes out.
Right.
I mean,
I watch any of them. I mean, just depending on the movie. I mean, like these, I didn't watch Doctor Sleep only because I didn't find out it was a sequel to The Shining yesterday. You know, I didn't find that out till yesterday.
that's same here. I mean, I've heard about that book. I never read it. I heard about it, but I never knew it was a sequel to The Shining.
I never
until-
knew anything about it.
Until I saw the trailer, I was like, "What the hell?" Like, they showed a lot of stuff from The Shining.
Right, and then I read the synopsis too, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense now. But
I mean, it looks really cool.
I read the
And-
synopsis, but I didn't watch the trailer.
man, and then I mean, of course, they have Obi-Wan Kenobi in there, so
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
a-
I think
he's a really
I
good
think
actor.
he'd be good. I mean, the only thing exciting for me, for that, is the fact that it's connected to The Shining, and then we have Ewan McGregor.
yeah.
Those are the two things that get me excited.
It looks really good though. It looks like it's filmed really well.
but like I said, I didn't watch it, so I can't really speak on it.
Yeah.
So
As far as what I saw there, if that's how the movie's gonna go, it looks pretty decent. You know what I mean?
right,
But we'll see. It's cool to know that we're gonna have two Stephen King movies coming out this year.
yeah.
It too, and then Doctor.
Which one are you most excited for?
I think it too.
Yeah,
Just because, man,
I-
the first It. Oh man, it was really. There was parts that's like not scared me, but like it freaked me out. But as far as like the overall cast, all those kids, they were amazing.
and the adult cast. Perfect.
The adult cast is perfect.
Perfect.
I mean, I would have preferred certain other characters,
Like for who? Like certain actors with certain
certain
characters?
actors with certain characters.
Who?
For like instance, I guess, what's his name? Chris Pratt, to be like the
Oh,
chubby kid.
'Cause
I think that's the only one that
didn't
upset
they
me.
say that he was supposed to he
There
auditioned
there
or
was
something?
I don't know. There was rumors that everybody was making their
Own,
own thing. Like, oh, this person's gonna be this.
but you
Well, you know what? My list almost came through. I got Bill Hader. I got what's the chick's name? Jessica Chastain.
yeah,
I got her.
that was everyone's guess.
That's everybody's.
Everybody was like,
If-
she
if-
has to play
Yeah,
Beverly.
she has to. Like, when I think about a redhead, like she's the main actress.
She's the main. She's the leader of the redheads.
She's the leader of the redheads right now. Lindsay Lohan like just fell off, you know.
After Mean Girls, nothing went good for the redheads.
Basically, yeah. And then James McAvoy. I think I had James McAvoy as well.
He's a good choice.
I like him, and he plays the main kid, right? The
Bill.
Bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, that's a really good choice.
Like when I heard his name that he was gonna play the adult version of Bill, I was excited because I mean I'm a fan of his, but it wasn't. I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't jumping.
Right,
I
right.
wasn't ecstatic.
I
about
was
it.
the happiest I was is when Bill Hader. I love Bill Hader.
He's one of my favorite comedians.
Right now, Barry is one of my favorite shows.
He's not, and I still haven't watched it.
No, you have to. It's really good.
And I know he's one of the comedians that I like that he's not a leading man in any of the movies. The only thing he's a leading man is the closest thing as far as a movie was Trainwreck.
Dude, you have to watch Barry.
I
You
want
watch
to.
Barry, I was like, I've never expected Bill Hader to be in a show like this. Well, I mean, his character, it's just, you have to watch it. I don't want to give too much away.
I think I'm gonna give myself some homework and watch it definitely.
But yeah, it too is one of the movies I'm excited to watch. I mean, there's so many. I mean, what's another movie this year that I'm excited to watch?
That's a question. So, that we're here today. One of the questions I wanted to ask you is, what's one of the movies that you were looking forward to the most, as far as like
the most
movies?
out of
summer movies?
Summer movies,
since like summer's coming up and
past that.
Well, we just had Godzilla. You watched Godzilla? I haven't. And then Dark Phoenix just came out.
You could also consider Endgame. I mean, because that came out. That came out at the beginning of summer. If you want to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that.
I mean, in California, that's considered summer.
There's sun every day here.
I mean, we don't know when summer ends or begins or whatever. I think it's just all here.
One day of rain, that's enough for your grass.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's also another trailer that came out. I haven't watched it. It's called Good Boys. It's a trailer.
Oh, you have not seen that trailer?
I haven't seen that trailer.
Oh, you know who created that movie, right?
I'm trying to remember. I had wrote it down on my show notes, and I had told myself I was gonna watch it.
So it's Seth Rogen. I forget who
else.
else.
Oh yeah, it's the same guys with the kids.
Yeah, it's the same guys who did Superbad.
Evan Goldberg.
Yeah. So they.
There you go. I was trying to remember.
This movie is. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't seen the trailer. It's
I seen promotions for it. Like I seen videos or interviews with Seth Rogen talking about it. But
oh man, I saw that trailer. It's like, oh my god, these kids. That's a good title, but they're not good kids at all.
I had seen an interview with Seth Rogen. I actually think it was with Deezus and Mero. He was on an interview with them, and he was telling them, he's like, "Yeah, I'm coming out with this movie called
Shout out to the Bodega Boys."
Yeah, and he was talking about the movie, about how one of the kids is really religious, and that he prays like right after every scene. Because
like in real life?
In real life. Like his mom, I think he said his mom makes the kid pray right after each scene because of how raunchy and just how like ridiculous it is.
It's like, I can't believe you're saying all these things, but we're getting a check at the end of the day, so it's okay. Just pray about it so you won't go to hell.
Just pray after. I know you said fuck him so many times, but you know what? Just pray. It's gonna be worth that those 6-7 figures.
You're gonna become big now.
Another
movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
I think that's honestly, Endgame was the main one. That was more like throughout the whole year. Mm-hmm. That was the one movie I was waiting for. Now that has passed, like I think the second would be Once Upon a Time.
It's definitely top 3, top 5 for me. Like most anticipated. It was Endgame for sure, number 1.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about Lion King before, and you had told me that you weren't too...
I wasn't too excited about it.
I mean, and I know we've seen it before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've changed some certain scenes and stuff and on there, but, I enjoyed The Jungle Book. It's not really a live action. It's CGI, Yeah, except for the kid.
That's closer to CGI than... that's closer to the live action than the Lion King will be.
Yes, Lion King's completely CGI.
Yeah, it's completely.
I'm still gonna go
realistic.
watch it. I'm still gonna go watch it, but I'm not like looking forward to it, like excited.
Right.
How I'm with other stuff.
The thing that gets me excited for that is the cast. People, the voice cast that we're gonna get. We got Donald Glover.
Pretty decent, yeah.
And then we got
Beyonce,
and then we have Seth Rogen as Pumbaa.
Who else? John Oliver.
John Oliver as
I believe even
what the dude from 12 Years a Slave? I don't know how to pronounce his
name.
name.
I don't know. I don't want to say his name, but that guy.
I think it's Chiwetel Ejiofor? Maybe. I don't know.
I think you got it. You did better than I did. I would have bombed that.
I try not to say it out loud because I'm going to sound like an idiot. I know. Isn't it make it seem like I never?
But
went
yeah,
to
that
school?
guy. And I mean, there's other ones on there too. I can't really remember the whole cast, but yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna go watch it.
Right.
But there are a lot of other movies that I'd rather go see this year.
No, but like you said, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is definitely one of those movies because Quentin Tarantino is one of, if not my favorite director, or one of my favorite directors.
He's in my top 5. I mean, I love all. I mean, I love all his movies. There are some that I like more than others. But I've never watched one of his films and be like, oh, this is boring. Yeah, you know.
Right.
Like his films are really good. They have really good dialogue, and when they need action scenes, certain movies have actions. If his movies have action scenes, they're really good.
Yeah, they are.
And they play out really well. Like I don't know, I love them. I think so far right now, my favorite Quentin movie would probably be Inglourious Bastards.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I like that movie. It was really good. I mean, I think just because I quote that movie the most than any other of the movies, so I was just like, okay, this must be my favorite, I guess.
That's one out of the, I don't know, 3 movies that I own of his. I know I actually own 2, both of the Kill Bills, and they're right there. I can't even see them. And what else? I got Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
And I got Inglourious Bastards. Though I mean, Pulp Fiction is my favorite. It's just.
I feel like that would be everybody's answer.
Me too. But I always juggle with that and Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
Just because, especially with that diner scene in the beginning, like it's one of my favorite scenes in any movie.
Yeah.
Just like the dialogue in that movie, in that scene alone is just wow. Like they're not talking about anything. They're talking about Madonna and what the hell the song means about being a virgin.
This is nonsense, really, but it's really good.
And then they're talking about tipping waitresses. It's nothing that you're interested in.
I think the way what got me from that part is the way it was filmed, everything.
Right.
And then the dialogue, just like it was so well. It was nonsense, but it was how every actor was just playing off of each other is just really well.
And it's funny.
It is.
It's probably if I think Inglourious Bastards is probably it's funnier than Reservoir Dogs, but Reservoir Dogs, it has its moments where it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
The whole cast is great. But I think, like I said, I think Pulp Fiction is definitely my favorite from his, just because you get a little bit, like, it just ties all together at the end. And I hear Once Upon a Time is the closest thing to that.
That's what I hear too. And I hear there's some
other...
tie between Inglourious Bastards and this.
How?
I don't know. I think they film a scene. I think they showed it in the trailer where, because you know how Leonardo DiCaprio is an actor. Uh-huh. I forget his name. But there's a movie that I guess he was filming, and he plays an American killing a bunch of Nazis. And he's like on a balcony just blasting the heck out of all of them. And so I think that's the tie. I think that's pretty much it.
Kind of like a little nod to it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, this movie looks great. And to have these two actors together, I don't think they've made a movie together. Now that I think about it, I don't think they have.
Were they in Legends of the Fall?
No. That wasn't him. That was somebody else. It was Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, and then like these two other guys. But Leo wasn't.
Oh, you know what I'm getting mixed up with? I'm getting that movie and The Man with the Iron Mask.
Oh,
Leo's in it.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he's in that one.
That's what I'm.
There's 2 of him in that one.
Yeah, that's right. I watched that movie like once.
It's really good.
Long time ago.
I like it.
I don't
anything
remember.
with the Musketeers, I love.
I don't remember anything. Anything about them. His name's Rick Dalton. His character.
Rick Dalton.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah. So I mean, this movie looks really great. It has both of those guys, Margot Robbie,
Al Pacino.
Oh yeah, that's right. Al Pacino's in there.
Timothy Olyphant is in
right.
there.
Oh,
Dakota Fanning.
Dakota Fanning's in this?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I thought she just stopped acting.
No, I thought so too. Kurt Russell's in it.
Really?
I'm looking at the IMDb of the cast right now.
Oh wow.
Emil Hirsch. You know who Emil Hirsch is? He's in it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Michael Manson's in it.
They probably just play certain small roles. I mean, like that's typical Quentin movies. Like people just small role here and there.
But you know what? And you could tell that movie's gonna be like a love letter to Hollywood.
Yeah.
So like, to the old days, kind of how La La Land was, but in its own version,
right?
In its own like lane. But it's kind of confusing how you don't even know where it's gonna go, as far as because they had the tie to Charles Manson and the whole. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't.
Yeah, there's in the movie, in the trailer actually, there's a guy. He actually looks really spot on, just like him.
Supposed to be.
But yeah, because she's Margot Robbie's playing Sharon Tate.
Oh wow.
She's playing Sharon.
She's the one
Tate.
that was murdered, right?
Yeah, she's the actress. She was the one that was married to Roman Polanski.
Polanski. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. See, I don't know how to talk anymore.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I learned something new today. I had no idea.
Yeah. So they have that weird tie, but they have the characters of the actors. So I don't know how that's gonna play, but that's what makes me interested. And,
oh wow.
And because in better words, I'm a sick fuck, just like with like murder mysteries and just like serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just into that stuff. So with that, and then having Quentin and then all those actors, and then in the 60s, because I love period films. Like I love any movie that's in any other time period, whether if it's in the 60s, 40s, 50s, right. Anytime.
Especially
80s,
when
90s.
They do it well.
When they do it well, it's even better.
It's like because there's some movies that take like do time periods, and it's like this feels like they're just like advertising like a bunch of
like
stuff.
A commercial. Some movies basically seem like a commercial.
Because there'll be times when they're doing that, and they're like, oh yeah, look at Coke sign here.
They mainly do that with 80s and the 90s movies. Like, yeah. If they try to do
and they advertise the heck out of everything.
Yeah, one movie that was subtle, that was mid 90s. It had everything 90s, but it was kind of subtle. The only thing that wasn't subtle was the music.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I personally didn't really like that movie as much as everyone did. It was a decent movie. Like, the nostalgia was there. I think that's what got everybody. Right. Because, I mean, I used to skate, and that's what got me. It's like, oh, man, I watched this movie, and I was like, I want to go skate now. Like, I miss skating with my friends and stuff like that. But there could have been better dialogue. Some of the scenes that they filmed could have been better. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, for his first film, it was great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, you know what? For his first film, it was okay. It was decent. I feel the same way that you did. It was okay. The two things, like you said, the two things that got me excited when I was gonna watch it was skateboarding and the hip hop music.
Right.
Because I didn't watch it in theaters, but I was watching different interviews with Jonah Hill, him talking about it and how he's like, yeah, I used to collect all these CDs and I used to go in my brother's room and I used to look at all the, you know, his clothes and all the music that he would listen to, and you know, and it shows in the movie clearly, but listen to him talk about it, him being excited for it, kind of like got me excited for it. But when it was kind of just like lukewarm when I did eventually find it.
For me, it felt like he was more concentrated on making sure he got all the aspects of the 90s in there and like how everything was.
Like the production,
yeah, the whole production, yeah. Instead of having, let me work on the dialogue a lot more. You know what I mean?
Or the direction.
Yeah. Or the cinematography. You know what I mean? Like I told you, some of the cinematography in that movie was really well.
Yeah, like that scene when he's on a skateboard in the middle of the road.
In the middle of the road. That was really cool. Because, I mean, that's something that if you skated, that's what you did that a lot, you know?
Especially back then.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that now.
I mean, you still can, but people might hit you.
People don't care.
They don't care nowadays.
Move.
But, I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, for his first film, it's great. He probably learned a lot from it. And I'm pretty sure the next film is going to be really great as well. But as far as, like, the whole hype for this movie, like, everyone I just like, oh, this was the best movie I've ever seen.
Right.
It's like, I wasn't that great.
They kind of made it out to seem like how it was for Get Out for Jordan Peele.
Right.
You know, because that was his debut, you know, film and as a director. And that was worth the hype.
That movie was great.
Way worth the hype. But mid-90s was, like you said, it was decent. It did its job. It wasn't nothing. I mean, I wouldn't want to watch like over and over again.
Right.
I wouldn't want to own it on DVD. It's just not one of those movies for me.
My wife bought it as soon as it came out on Blu-ray, she bought it and she watched it about 4 times in one day.
Oh yeah, you guys did tell me that she
loves that movie.
I do.
And I mean, I think the more I watched it with her, the more I because the first time I just watched it, it's like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know. The more and more I watched it, I kept just picking at it. I was like, "Oh God!" Like I hate this movie even more. Like the more I watch it, and I was like, "Oh, this is really bad."
Yeah, I told you this last week when we tried recording and I couldn't that we couldn't record.
Right.
But I had told you that I can't watch movies when I'm high because I dissect the hell out of them.
Yeah,
Dude, I can't. Like I
overhype.
overly like criticize the movie. Any little thing, even if I like the movie or the movie's good, I would need to go watch it again when I'm not high.
It could be the best movie you've ever seen when you're not high. When you watch it high, it's like, oh god, I find every mistake. But I think that's every movie. I think that's every movie you can find a mistake in.
Clearly. Like I was thinking, there was the other day I was thinking to myself, like a weirdo, just talking to myself. I was thinking, like, what if I watch an Endgame while I'm high? And I can only imagine what I find.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll find stuff, especially with the whole time travel kind of thing. But I mean, they did so well in that movie to just, all right, yeah, we'll explain it really quickly to you guys, but just skip over and just like enjoy the rest of it.
3 times in theaters.
Really?
Mainly, my main goal was so it could be Avatar. That was my main goal.
I mean, honestly, I have a injured leg right now. If I was able to go watch it more times, I would. But I think just watching it once for me, just like, I'm good.
Talking about being in a wheelchair, I told you to shave your head, dude. You would have been like Charles Xavier.
I'm good. Especially how this movie did. This previous X-Men movie did.
Yeah, never mind. You know, that's not the Halloween costume you want to wear for the year.
I mean, Dark Phoenix, man. Well, I mean, I haven't seen it.
No, but I mean, I think the trailers. I mean, you could just tell.
Yeah,
man.
and I mean, I am gonna watch it eventually because I mean, like, might as well. Like,
why
I
not?
started with X-Men, and then worked my way through all the other X-Men movies. Like, I'm still gonna watch it, but I wasn't gonna go like waste my money and like watch this movie because I knew. I mean, it's the last one that Fox is making. I mean, and if you look at their track record, they're not all that great. I mean. But Days of Future Past was probably like for me the best one. No. Well, as far as like all the like X-Men,
I'm saying you're saying all of them.
No. I'm talking about like the new, like how you know the newer ones after like, The Last Stand.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, the first X-Men for me was
like
really
when they
cool.
had Michael Fassbender and
Michael Fassbender as
Magneto.
Magneto was really good. James McAvoy's really good choice.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's all over the place. Like it's I don't know.
I don't know if it was today or yesterday morning or today, that the director Simon Kinberg, he came out with a statement saying, "I know the movie didn't hit the audience in the right place," and he's like, "That's my fault. That's on me."
Honestly, I don't blame him too much, just because this is his first debut. His how do you say direct.
You're having me not.
Oh my god! Well, it's his first debut in cinema.
It's his first movie he directed.
Yeah, and it's a big blockbuster. And like the last thing he did was like an episode for the Twilight reboot that they did for like that Jordan Peele is doing. Mm-hmm. He only did an episode on there.
Which episode did he direct?
I think it might have been the first episode.
That was the only one I've watched.
Really?
And I loved it. It was
It was free on YouTube.
That's why.
It was free on YouTube, and I still didn't watch it.
Dude, I watched it. It's still on there, I think.
I think so. I'll get to it eventually.
No, that's the only one, and I'm like, wow, because it feels like, yeah, it has its own. Like, I don't know. It seems like it has like a rebirth to it. It doesn't feel like the old Twilight Zone. It's not going to, but it just feels like it has a. I don't know. It
has that similarity, but it's different.
It's
right?
It's just different. I don't know. He just Jordan Peele did a good job with it. Like I was really, and the lead actor. I don't know how to pronounce his name either. The dude from, where is he from?
Isn't he coming out in a movie with David Bautista?
Yeah, that dude. He's like a Uber driver or something.
Yeah, and and David Bautista plays a detective. It's like Compton. He just keeps saying Compton.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I feel bad.
You know, honestly, all right, another name I'm gonna try to
go
pronounce.
For it, man. You do better than me.
Kumail you know what? I'm just not gonna do it.
He's in Silicon Valley for you guys that don't. Know who we're talking about. He's in Silicon Valley.
He's in the Big Sick.
Yeah, he's in Big Sick, the main guy. He's Pakistani. But yeah, he's in The Big Sick. He plays the main guy, the boyfriend, and then he's also in Silicon Valley.
There's this thing called that he's in called Gay of Thrones.
Gay of Thrones. Oh, that's actually a YouTube parody of Game of Thrones.
Is it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. If you ever have a chance, you should check it out.
I never watched it. I'm gonna check it out. Stuber. That's what that new
Stuber.
movie.
Yeah, there you
His
go.
name's Stu in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And Uber.
Together.
I don't know if I like
It looks
that.
interesting
I don't know
though.
if I like that title. Stuber.
Stuber.
Stupid.
It looks good though. I like. It looks.
I didn't watch the trailer. You
The
know,
trailer's really good.
honestly, dude, I haven't been watching any trailers.
What? Why do we have this podcast then? You're not doing your job.
So I could talk about all the stuff I haven't done rather than stuff I have done.
But yeah, back to the Dark Phoenix, whatever, or Dark Phoenix, whatever. As far as from I see from reviews and other people that I know that's seen the movie, they tell me the same thing. It's just too much going on, and like they said, this is the last part of the movie is like probably the best part.
Really?
Yeah.
And I heard that they changed the ending at the
I heard that too. They did reshoot
because it was too similar to another movie.
Captain Marvel. I think it might have been Captain
Or
Marvel.
Last Stand.
Or Last Stand. But I
They're
mean,
both about Phoenix.
yeah, but I think it's because I remember in the original trailers there was a like a space battle going on. So I think they might have taken that out and then put in that train scene.
I don't know. That trailer's a blur to me because once I seen the first one, I was like,
Yeah,
I won't be there opening day.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it yet,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna wait till it comes out on a streaming.
Talking about
service.
movies that came out, you seen Godzilla?
Yes.
What'd you think about it? You can spoil it for me.
Oh, I mean, what's there to spoil?
Well, spoilers for anyone.
I mean, that's kind of too late. We already spoiled a bunch of other movies.
That's true.
But I mean, what is there to spoil? Really, it's like it's monsters fighting each other, destroying everything.
I think I heard that's the good part of it. I mean, that's the reason you go watch the movie.
There's honestly, my biggest complaint is too many human characters.
Best or worst complaint?
Did I say best?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Worst.
Oh.
Worst. Let me correct
I
that.
didn't know you could have good complaints.
The-
How do you do that? You're like,
know.
I really hate you. Your
be-
breast stinks.
just be really
just
nice
say-
about it in a
just
positive
really-
way.
You're just really positive about the way you hate somebody.
They can't be that angry at you. No, but yeah, so that was the worst complaint for me, that there was too many characters and
Like human characters?
and they were just like trying to give them as much dialogue as they can. They were just, I mean, I get they were trying to set up a plot and then like explain what's going on, but I was like, I mean, we seen it in the first one. There are monsters everywhere. We see, because they already established the monsters in the first Godzilla and then Skull Island.
Right.
So we know there's other monsters.
Yeah.
We know there's a secret organization that's
Try to keep them under.
right. Keeping an eye on them. So you got that set up for us. Yo, man, there's another one that just came out of nowhere. Like, they're just trying to fight each other. Let them fight. I don't need you to explain everything. It's Godzilla. So I think they were just trying to do that, and then like there was a bunch of characters on there like just trying to give one-liners and stuff like that, and then the one thing that I kind of got like mad at is that they did the same thing they did in the first one, where they had the monsters fighting at night and it's raining. Like, why?
Like it makes it any better.
Yeah, like, oh my, I don't know. I don't know if it helps with the CGI or what, but I was like, man, come on, man. Like, I want to see them fight during the day. Why can't they fight during the day?
Right.
There was one part where they fought Rodan, he's like a big, like,
it was
pterodactyl kind of looking thing. He did kind of fight he did fight during the day.
How did you like how the monsters look? Do they look cool?
Oh, they look really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way how they made Rodan look, and then Mothra. Mothra looked really cool.
What about Ghidorah?
He was cool too.
Yeah.
I liked him as far as
that's my favorite like enemy that Godzilla
yeah, it's cool. Like, the thing I didn't like though is like he has like electrical powers, but they made him like he could summon like storms, like hurricanes, and I'm like, what? Like, that's
like he's Storm.
Yeah, basically, and like that's why it was always dark and it was always raining. That's because of him.
Why can't he just be a dragon who spits out fire?
Well, I mean, the electricity part was pretty cool, but
I guess I gotta watch the movie.
I mean, you could do it during the day too. I mean, why just at night?
See, the thing I don't get about these monster movies, like these big monster movies like Godzilla, King Kong, and Pacific Rim, and any other movie like that, I don't understand why they can't get it right. We've had so many Godzilla movies. The one that came out in '99 with Matthew.
That was horrible.
It looked like a damn big ass lizard. And
was
the
an
rest of the
iguana.
movie, or that, and then the King Kong, the one that came out that Peter
Skull
Jackson
Island?
did.
Oh.
No, with Peter Jackson, the one with Jack Black.
Oh, okay.
That came out, whatever, 2003, 2004. I mean, it was just too long. If you cut out like that first,
It was
maybe
really,
like
really long.
45 minutes, because they start off they have all this setup with
Jack Black funding a movie.
and with Colin Hanks, and then with Naomi Watts, and then Adrian Brody. And you have all these characters, and then you have Andy Serkis, and then you're trying to establish all that, and then when you eventually like do get to the island, this is too long, dude. It's just way too long.
I liked when that movie first came out. I liked it, but I was coming off of the high of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, Peter Jackson, he's back. He's going King Kong.
Because it was right after Return of the King.
It was pretty much almost
or the same
right
year,
after.
right? Or
No, I think it was like a year or two after,
right?
yeah. And so I was like, yeah, make it as long as you want, you know what I mean? But no, once I got older and started rewatching it, I was like, yeah, this movie's really long.
Yeah, it's it's not bad.
It's not.
It's just there's things that you could cut out.
Yeah,
out of it.
and I mean, I think I liked the Skull Island, the one that made what was it, 2017?
Mm-hmm.
Or
It was okay for me.
It was okay.
That's how I felt with Godzilla. That's with the newest Godzilla that just came out.
That's the same.
Like,
it was okay.
I enjoyed the way he looks.
I enjoyed the fights.
The fights were cool. I didn't care about any of the characters.
You got more of Godzilla,
and then they kill the one person that you actually want to see on screen, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. It's stupid. They try to make it in the trailers, at least when I seen it
throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, they try to make it seem like
I
he
don't
was
wanna,
behind.
I don't
this
want to
whole
watch Quicksilver throughout the whole movie.
And then on top of that, they don't even have Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen.
Something like that. I forgot she was in that movie.
Olsen. Yeah, because they're married in the movie.
That's right.
They have no type of chemistry whatsoever. It's like
they didn't have any in the Avengers.
It's like two by fours just looking at each other, just right in front of each other.
She's a great actress, by the way. She's really
not in that movie.
Well, she was all right. What bothered me more is him.
Well, as far as her, the only movie I thought she was okay in was Wind River.
Wind River?
You ever watched one?
Yeah.
I really like that movie. That's the only movie I could think of.
That's why. That's why Hawkeye wasn't in Infinity War. He was too busy making that movie.
For real, huh? But did it come out around the same time? Were they in production for that movie?
Yeah, I think.
But how was she in it? She's in that movie too.
I don't know, man.
Like all the answers. Like you were
I wasn't
there.
there.
I didn't make the goddamn movie. I just watched it.
She has a better work ethic. I don't know. He's just lazy, I guess. Nah, but I mean, Godzilla was cool for what it is. It's a monster movie. I would have wanted to see a little bit more of the monsters destroying the cities. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of times, the monsters just show up, right? And then like they cut to the humans talking, and you cut back to the city, and it's all destroyed. I was like, well, shit, I didn't. I wanted to see that. Right. You know what I mean?
And that was one of the big complaints for the first Godzilla was that they didn't show the monsters enough.
You didn't see Godzilla until an hour into the first film.
Yeah, I mean, even like that one scene. Well, you see him like on TV screens.
Like barely. It's like his back. They show him his.
You hear noises.
Yeah, that's basically.
You see wings flap, and it is just really hard to like get best of both worlds, because like trying to care about the human characters and then the monsters.
Honestly, I don't care about human characters in these kind of movies. Well, just give me a little bit of setup.
Well,
let the monsters fight.
Well, the only reason I want to care about the characters is because I'll feel more of a connection to them.
If they didn't have so many characters, like in the first one, if they would have kept Bryan Cranston throughout the whole film without him dying in the beginning, then it would have been great. Because his dialogue and all that, his motivation was cool. Yeah. This one is like, this is so stupid.
Well, I had thought about when I was thinking about this movie the other week, that they should make a monster movie where they show it like nationally or internationally, like where there's not really a main character, there's just several, there's like an ensemble cast different. So
They
that
have
way
no
not,
connection to each other.
yeah, but the thing is with that, they can't do it, or they won't do it because they want a lead star. They want somebody who's gonna lead the movie.
I mean, yeah, that's what they try to do with these two Godzilla movies. They have Ken. I don't know how to say his last name. Ken Watanabe. He's from the last Watanabe. Yeah, Last Samurai. You know, stuff like that. And in Inception, he was in Inception. They have him for their international audience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as like their Asian audience, you know what I mean?
And then you have Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Honestly,
honestly,
she's off the hype. She's off of
Stranger Things. That's honestly the only reason I think they had her on there.
Because she was
her character was pretty much useless in this one.
It looks,
and it feels like they did the same thing with the first Godzilla with Bryan Cranston. It's like they just came off the hype of what's that show? Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
They just came off the hype of that. It's like, yo, let's put him in there.
When did that show end?
It ended way before this. After this movie.
2011, didn't it?
I thought that was 10, something like that. Yeah, around there.
Somewhere around there.
But that's pretty much what it was. It's just they put in these people for hype.
Well,
but Bryan Cranston is a great actor.
But yeah, now that you say that, that makes sense because that movie came out in 2014. That makes sense. Yeah. Now that you say that, yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So she was just writing off the hype of Stranger Things, and it's like, you know what? Let's just put her in here. Not saying she's not a good actress, but that's basically what they used her for in this movie.
The only movie that I did care about was about the human characters was in King Kong, the Peter Jackson one. I actually did care about like Jack Black because he was so devoted and so dedicated to try to finish that film.
It's because these characters had layers, and you know what I mean.
And you had that damn hour and a half of setup
to get their their arc and all that.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I get that part. I like that part in it. I wish there was more. I mean, I wish there was less of that setup and more of the action, you know. But I mean, it is what it is. Another movie or another trailer that I watched, I think it was about a week. Was it a week ago? About a week ago. Ford v Ferrari.
Yes. That's
Matt
one
Damon.
trailer. That's one trailer I did watch.
Yes, Matt Damon, Christian Bale. What's his name? John Bertha. He plays the Punisher in Netflix.
Mangold.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know what movies he's filmed, he's done 3:10 to Yuma, Wolverine.
That's the one that he's in Japan.
And Logan. He did Logan. The best X-Men movie for me. Best X-Men
like in the universe.
Yeah, out of Fox stuff.
Yeah.
That was the best.
It's up there, yeah. It's up there with that one and the first one. Yeah.
And then he of course did Walk the Line with Joaquin
the
Phoenix.
Line. That's right.
Johnny Cash.
I was trying to remember.
So this movie is gonna be great. As far as what I've seen in the trailer, if you guys don't know what this movie is, it's basically was it set in the 60s?
It's based on a true story about this race that's in France, which I believe it's
the
called
Le Mans.
The what?
Le Mans.
Le Mans?
Is it?
I think I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
I'm probably not pronouncing it right. I'm not French.
No, neither one of us.
But basically, you guys are aware of Shelby Mustang.
Le Mans. It's spelled man, like man.
So it's Lamont.
Le Mans. No, okay.
So I mean,
you got it right.
I got it right. So what's his name? John Shelby.
Carol
Shelby. Oops, sorry. A bunch of car enthusiasts is gonna be hating on me right now. But yeah, Carol Shelby. He pretty much the guy who partnered with Ford to create the Cobra, and then of course Ford Mustang, which is really famous. And basically they hired him to build a car that could beat Ferrari, because Ferrari is dominating in those kind of races with their performance cars, and Ford wanted their own. They didn't want them to be like, oh, these guys are just making basic cars. They can't build a high performance vehicle like the rest of us Europeans. So that's basically what they did.
Because at the time it was just American muscle.
Yeah, it was
they weren't racing,
Europeans.
They weren't really racing.
I'm pretty sure Europeans saw our cars and be like, yeah, these guys are just show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so that's basically what the whole story is. They just want to build a vehicle that could go up against Ferrari in this race. It's a 24-hour race. It's performance, endurance, skill, and all that stuff. And so character that Christian Bale plays is actually a racer, like a really famous racer back then,
named Ken Miles.
Ken Miles, but Ford wants nothing to do with him. Apparently, he has like he's really hard to control, or he has like a mean streak.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they said in the trailer.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, it's like they didn't want to work with him because he's like, this guy's out of control or whatever. But Carol Shelby, which is played by Matt Damon, is like, nah, he's a puppy dog, you know?
Oh, that's right.
And then they just cut to the scene where he punches him to the face.
Yeah,
you know?
I do remember that. Yeah.
But yeah, this movie looks really, really good. Like, I don't know too much about cars.
I'm not a car dude.
I'm not
a car dude, but I like car movies. I like any car movie. Any movie that's a...
And this doesn't look like it's just a car movie. And you could tell there's a lot of story in this. It's more than just the racing in the cars.
Yeah, I think it's about the
characters, the people.
And the thing that they wanted to build this car in order to... I think it's the idea of the movie. You know, like the whole...
Even though the racing scenes looked really cool. Yeah, they look really nice. Yeah. So that's one other movie I'm really looking forward to. I didn't catch the date it was coming out in, but
November.
Oh, that's right. My wife's birthday, November 15th.
Nice one.
But yeah, that movie looks really great. I mean, I don't know if it'll be nominated for an Oscar or anything like that.
You don't know.
I mean, we don't know. I have to watch it first, but I mean, that's a really good cast.
Maybe best director.
I mean,
maybe best writer.
Yeah, I mean that could be it. I mean,
screenplay.
Knowing Christian Bale, he probably get an award. That guy does everything.
Right.
But yeah, that's one other movie I'm really looking forward to see. Joker.
Coming out October?
I think it was. I might have been October or September.
It was one of those. I'm not sure.
But you seen the trailer?
I seen the trailer.
I mean, who hasn't seen that trailer?
Yeah, I know everybody has a bad taste with Jared Leto, and then everybody's kind of confused, like whether, not everybody, but anybody who follows
the whole DC universe is just all fucked.
Any DC except Wonder Woman.
Shazam.
I didn't watch Shazam yet.
No?
I haven't seen it.
For me, I enjoyed that movie very well.
But
I think it reminded me of a Marvel movie.
Probably. Because it was like lighter. It wasn't as dark.
No.
Right?
I mean, I don't mind dark movies, but...
When I seen the trailer, I was like, this movie's going to be different. It's going to be great. And when I seen Zachary Levy.
I go with Levi.
I say Levi.
Yeah.
Like the pants. But, yeah. When I seen the trailer, I was like, okay. This is going to be different. This is going to be something... It's not going to be Justice League. It's not going to be Batman versus Superman. It's not going to be... Aquaman. Do you watch Aquaman?
Yeah.
That's crap. I couldn't even watch 20 minutes of it.
All I have to say is there was a kissing scene at the end of the movie when they were having a final battle. People were dying. There was explosions around them.
And they were just having full on...
And they're like, you know what? This is a good time to just make out. And that's all I got to say about that movie. Jason Momoa is great, though. I love that guy.
No, he's great as Aquaman. He was my favorite part in Justice League. Besides that, nothing else.
Yeah, it's just DC doesn't know what they're doing.
I don't know what I don't know.
They were just trying to rush into the whole hype.
That's the thing. They were rushing. They didn't plan.
Yeah.
And they were trying to compete with Marvel, and it's so obvious that they were. And I'm like, you have two of the best superheroes, Superman and Batman. You know, you have the two best heroes ever, with Batman having the best villains. To me, personally,
hands down, yeah.
Hands down, you know, he has one of the best villains aside from Spider-Man. To me,
right? But
it's ridiculous how they can't get it together. It frustrates me so much because I want to like these movies.
So do I.
As much as I enjoy the whole MCU, I want to enjoy Batman, and then Ben Affleck, like he does, like obviously.
I think yeah. I mean, we'll talk about that later. But I'm pretty sure he got fed up with the whole BS with Warner Brothers and like them stepping in too much. I don't know.
And Suicide Squad. That's another movie in the DC.
They're making another one.
Yeah, they're making.
It's gonna be good. James Gunn.
Yeah,
James Gunn.
That's the only exception. And Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
And they're coming out with Harley Quinn's gonna be in it.
Oh,
group
Birds of
people.
Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
I seen the teaser.
There was a teaser for it. Or
I got excited for it. I can
whatever.
get behind that.
When it comes down to DC, it's like,
Yeah,
I don't care about you guys.
The only ones I like is Man of Steel and Wonder Woman.
I can't stand Man of Steel.
You don't like Man of Steel?
He didn't save his dad. He let him die in a fucking tornado. He runs faster than the speed of light. No one would see him. No one would know. You know?
You remember when you took my baseball glove?
So
Fuck you, Dad.
You're gonna die, Dad. I mean, I could save you, but you know, what's the point? The whole speech you gave me wouldn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, but the whole idea is for him to die so he could learn.
That's stupid. Okay, but out of all those DC movies, they do have some gems, and I think this Joker movie is gonna be one of them.
But I heard it's not connected to.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's based in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I don't mind.
How do you feel it being? To me, it doesn't feel like a super like complete origin story to me.
It
is, but it doesn't feel. It doesn't. I don't think.
Well, see,
answer every question you might have.
No, but here's the thing with Joker. Like, no one knows his real origin story. There's been adaptations of like different origin stories. I know a lot of people are drawn to the Killing Joke as that being the Joker's main origin story. I mean, I do. Right. That's a great novel. I mean, comic, The Killing Joke, and of course the animated movie that they made was really good.
You like The Killing Joke?
I like it.
I never watched it.
It was really good.
I heard. What was one of the big complaints? It was like something with the lesbians or something. There's like a kissing scene.
I don't know.
With Harley Quinn.
There was something like that. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Was there a scene like that?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't mind it. It's like whatever. What other movie doesn't have shit like that?
I think it was more than that though. I don't know if it was something like they didn't flesh out the characters right. Like
they didn't, but I mean, I liked it just because I know the story.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's just really cool to see it, you know?
Yeah.
In animation. But yeah, this Joker movie looks good. I don't care if it doesn't connect to anything. The Dark Knight movies didn't connect to any of this other crap that they're doing, so I really don't care. Those are some of the best movies that they made.
And just the whole cast and crew behind that movie. You know, you have Martin Scorsese as the producer behind it, and then you have Joaquin Phoenix.
Todd Phillips is directing this movie. This is the last person I would expect to direct a movie like this and not be a comedy.
Right.
But I like this. I like the complete 180 that he did. Mm-hmm. You know him for comedy, Hangover, Due Date, stuff like that. Right. Now he's doing a complete this movie looks really like Oscar worthy, you know, and you don't expect that from him. But it's cool not being typecast just as one.
How crazy would it be if Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor next year in the Oscars for the Joker? Have two Jokers as getting an Oscar win.
From what I've seen in the trailer, I don't see why he wouldn't win.
We would just need to see what else comes out.
Yeah, I need to see the movie, obviously. But from what I've seen in the trailer, it's like, holy shit. Like, this guy is going to win an Oscar for this. Yeah. And Todd Phillips could get nominated for Best Director.
You know, and it has hints of Taxi Driver, too.
It does. If you watch... Because I think Scorsese was originally going to direct this movie.
Yeah.
I think he was originally...
And then he pulled back from it.
I think he was working on something else. There was, scheduling issues or something like that.
Because I think he was working on... There's a Bob Dylan documentary that just came on Netflix.
And he's working on that?
It's already out.
Oh, okay.
It's already out on Netflix. I think he was working on that, and then he was working on The Irishman. That's going to come out later on this year.
This year, yeah, I think so.
Right?
I think this year or next year. I don't remember.
I believe it's this year.
And that's on Netflix as well, right? It's Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and all those guys.
all them. So I think
he was just caught up with that.
He was just caught up with those films, so I think that's why he couldn't. But I'm pretty sure he was really hands-on.
I'm pretty sure too, and I'm pretty sure him and Todd Phillips talked and wanted to touch bases on this and how they wanted it to be, because if you look at it, it does have a hint of Scorsese. Oh, it does. Especially the time period, like you said, it looks New York. Yeah, it reminds you of Taxi Driver.
Just him being alone at the diner. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember the trailer because I haven't watched it. It came out a while ago.
It's crazy, and then the way he was with his mom in the apartment, bathing her and stuff like that, dancing with her, you want to be like, oh, like he cares about his mom, but then like the way he would splash water in her face is like
It was kind of it was
creepy. Like just like, are you trying to drown your mom right now, or like what are you
yeah,
doing?
like there was like really like dark hints, like just
yeah.
like.
So like I can't wait to watch that movie. That movie's gonna be really good.
But since we're on the topic of DC, and on Joker, how, and I haven't asked you this, off air, on here, whatever. How do you feel about Robert Pattinson playing Batman?
I don't like judging before I get to see the product or at least see a trailer or anything like that.
But you're gonna judge it right now.
I'm gonna judge it. This is the guy who played a sparkly vampire, and I'm supposed to look at him as the next Batman. Like especially after seeing Ben Affleck play Batman, like to me that was the best Batman. He's the perfect example of how Bruce Wayne is, and how Batman is once he gets older. Like he just doesn't care. He just beat the shit out of everybody. I don't give a damn if they get hurt or not. And I can't see Robert Pattinson being that character. I could probably see him being a young Bruce Wayne. That's basically it. But as Batman, I don't see him as intimidating enough to be Batman. Unless he bulks up.
Which is most likely what he's gonna do. He has 2 years.
He's gonna turn into John Krasinski.
He's in a
skinny Jim, and then he's just gonna go boom. Like, oh damn!
I'd say he's a Jack Ryan.
Yeah, Jack Ryan over here. I mean, if he does that and he looks more intimidating and looks the part, it's like, oh shit.
The reason.
I mean, Christian Bale wasn't that big and buff.
Well, no, because he made the Machinist before he made Batman Begins, and he was a twig.
Yeah.
And he gained what was it, like 30, 40 pounds of muscle?
Yeah,
for that role. I actually just watched it.
But I mean, he still wasn't that big. But like I was saying, like fucking Ben Affleck's Batman. Damn, that's the kind of Batman I like to see.
See, but that's a different Batman because he was an older Batman already.
True.
He was an older Batman. He's already been through, he already he already went through his
I just
troubles.
They
as
better
Batman.
not make or go back to origins.
That's one thing. It's the same thing with Spider-Man. I'm
done with origin stories.
I don't need to know about the damn pearls. I know how it happens. I know I've seen it way too many times.
It didn't bother me with Christopher Nolan ones.
No, it didn't.
Because it's Christopher Nolan. Like that guy makes masterpieces. You know what I mean?
And talking about
he could make an origin story for Spider-Man again, and I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't want one.
Not even
still.
for Christopher Nolan.
No, not for Christopher Nolan. I like Christopher Nolan's one of my Christopher Nolan's one of my favorite directors. Yeah, he's up there for me. But
he's my top 3 right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have a discussion about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. That's another whole other story.
But as far as Robert Pattinson, I like him because of what you said. I think he's gonna be a great Bruce Wayne. Yeah. I really think he could.
He could pull that off.
Play off that playboy, that billionaire playboy.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's just that's what I'm most looking forward to because I've seen. Did you ever watch Good Times?
No.
Well, it's a A24 movie, a movie that A24 put out.
Oh,
and
okay,
it's about a movie. It's about Robert Pattinson and some other guy. The guy that's in the movie, him and his brother actually directed the movie or
wasn't he like supposed to be like a drug dealer or something like that in that movie?
His brother got into the business with wrong people and he owed people money.
And Robert Pattinson's character is trying to
help him out and try to get him out of trouble.
Right.
But his acting in that movie is great.
I heard about that.
And that's one. And there's another movie called The Rover that A24 also put out, and I hear with Guy Pearce. It's on Netflix. It's
like a futuristic movie, right?
I think it's like a post-apocalyptic movie.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like
I've seen trailers for that. I seen the trailer for that one. I was like, holy shit, it looks freaky, man. But I saw who the production company was, and A24
is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite production companies that are out there. Like definitely they
did Hereditary.
They did The Witch. They They're actually coming out with a new horror movie called Midsummer. I don't know if you have seen it.
I haven't seen.
It's like,
did,
it looks
did
like
they have a trailer for it
cult.
already?
They have a trailer for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I haven't seen the trailer, but I have heard of that. Their new project, and
It looks creepy.
I gotta check it out. I love their movies, but yeah, I mean, this guy, he has acting chops. What killed it for me is like I remember him as the sparkly vampire from Twilight,
and that's one thing that they're gonna need to like work around to like try to make people forget. You know, like
I mean, especially the hardcore Batman fans, because it's like anybody else, like all the women and everybody who was fans of Twilight, they're gonna love it. It's like, oh yeah, that's that guy again.
And the good thing with casting him is that you're gonna have an audience of the hardcore fans, the comic book fans, who are obviously gonna go watch the movie because of Batman.
Right.
But you're also gonna have the people like he has a bigger female fan base than like Ben Affleck did.
Right.
You know, because of Twilight and all that. So that's gonna bring another audience, which
I don't know, man. Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck was huge, and they still is.
Yeah.
That's besides the point. But
I guess because of J-Lo, because he dated J-Lo.
No, he didn't. That was
yeah, he did.
That was Ben Affleck.
That's what I said.
Oh, I meant Brad Pitt.
Oh, Brad Pitt. Why?
I don't know. I'm all over the place right now, man. Just don't listen to me.
We're drunk. Not yet.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, the beer is getting to me. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited for him, especially for being Bruce Wayne.
Look, I'm not gonna judge it until I see a trailer. If I swear to God, if they bring back a villain that we've seen already, I'm gonna be pissed off. I want to see new villains.
Well, they said they were supposed to have Catwoman and the Penguin in the movie.
Fuck. They better get Danny DeVito. I swear to God. Look, I just want to see, cause okay, when Ben Affleck was still on this project, they were gonna have Deathstroke. If they don't have Deathstroke in this one, I'm gonna be pissed off. He's a good villain.
I doubt. I mean, I think he's a villain. He's a villain that that you need to have multiple movies that you probably have a sequel.
I don't know,
because he's not a top tier. People don't really know him as a villain.
I mean, yeah, they do now because that one show Arrow, he was one of the main villains in that movie. I think in the first couple seasons.
Actually, they had I seen that they had footage of when Ben Affleck, when they had talks about Ben Affleck directing and writing the Batman movie. They had footage of Deathstroke that he was gonna be the villain.
I forget who was playing him too.
It was
it's that guy from Magic Mike.
Yeah, big dude.
Don't tell me how I know that.
No, that's actually a good movie.
Is it really?
I like the first one.
I haven't seen it just because
it's directed by Steven Soderbergh.
Really? Yeah. So I have to watch it now then.
Dude, it's a good movie. It's actually funny too. I mean, I'm not there to watch dudes in their underwear, but it's actually pretty funny. It's actually a good movie.
I'll have to check it out.
I think people who, especially guys who,
I think guys just like looked at that movie. It's like, oh god.
It's a movie for girls.
Yeah,
it's a movie for chicks. But actually, we're good. I can't remember his name, man. He was in the new Rock movie, that Rampage movie. He was in it for like 10 minutes.
He like 2 minutes and then died by that wolf.
Spoilers. That matters.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It was a shit movie.
I can't really. His last name starts with the M.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, but he was supposed to play him, and
I hopefully he stays playing him if they do continue with that story.
I doubt it though.
This is gonna be a trilogy, right? They're doing a trilogy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's for sure a trilogy. They already Robert Pattinson already signed up for it. Todd Phillips is gonna do all of them.
Wait, what? Todd Phillips?
Oh, dude, I'm thinking of the Joker. What the heck?
Man.
I mean, Matt Reeves. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm still. I've been.
Todd Phillips is doing one movie.
All week I've been mixing up Todd Phillips and his name is Joe Manganiello. Manganiello.
Yeah, that's him. That's the guy who was
supposed to play
Deathstroke when we saw that footage that they released. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope he's still. I like him. He's a good actor. He's really. I like him a lot just because I know he plays D&D. He's like.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a big D&D fan. He has
I didn't know that.
He has a room in his house and it's like a dungeon.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
I gotta get one of those.
I mean, I want to too. You know, I mean, hopefully when I get this new house, I could do something.
The whole house. The whole house is
The whole house is
D&D.
the D&D. Everyone come dressed up.
You have knights just you have statues of knights just standing there. You don't know if they're alive or if they're real
It's
or
gonna
fake.
look like one of those Scooby-Doo haunted mansions.
You can see the paintings with the eyes move.
Exactly. Hidden rooms. But I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this.
So you just gotta wait for just to see something.
I want to see something. I just want to see how he looks in a bat suit.
And I also heard that they did put him in the bat suit to see what he looks like. To see what he's look. I'm pretty sure he did not fit in that Ben Affleck one.
Pretty sure not.
I think he put on probably the Christian Bale, because I know when Christian Bale auditioned or got the part, he put on the Val Kilmer suit.
Really?
Yeah. It's always, I think it was
Well, I
always
mean,
like the one right before.
They did change it in the Dark Knight. If you remember watching Batman Begins, they changed it to where he could be able to.
I just watched
turn his head.
I just watched it on Netflix. And that movie, it's a lot better than what I remember.
Really?
It's way. I might like it more than the Dark Knight as a whole movie.
Why?
As a whole movie.
That makes no sense.
Because it's the one movie, and I actually watched it last night. It's the one movie.
That's the one I don't like.
That's the one
out of the three.
The three?
Batman Begins that's my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it because one, you get the origin story, right? Two, you see Batman as full detective.
Right.
You see him as full detective. The only thing that messes me up is Katie Holmes. As what's her damn name? Why can't I think of her name?
I don't know. I can't think of her name now.
I can't think of her name either. It's the beer
that's... Might be the beer.
Oops. Oops. Dude, it's bothering me. I have to look it up. I have to look. I can't think of her name right now.
And then they switched actresses too in the next one. I think that's what threw me off. I think that's why I didn't really care about. Rachel Dawes.
Yes.
There we go.
I just watched the movie too. I'm over here
I
like, I just watched the movie. I don't know her goddamn name.
Katie Holmes, all right. Her character.
No, but and then I like the fact that they had two villains, Ra's al Ghul, and they had that little twist. This movie's freaking 15 years old. Or
yeah, I mean, it was cool that they had Liam Neeson.
and then you have Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow, which
I like that he comes out in all three films.
He does. He's besides Batman, besides Christian Bale and Alfred.
Yeah,
they're the only people throughout the whole.
But I mean, they're essential characters to Batman.
Yeah, but he isn't.
He isn't. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that he was in all three.
I did like the fact that when I seen him in the third one, he was playing the judge.
The judge.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I watched it last night and I like it for those reasons. You see him as full detective, and then Gotham as a city feels like an actual character in the, you know what? I think that's why a lot of people, well, as far as the big comic book fans, that's why they like the Tim Burton movies, because Gotham felt like its own character. Like,
you know what? Now that you say that, it makes sense, because out of the other two, Gotham felt more. It didn't look or feel like a city that you know now, like a real city in the world. It felt like Gotham City. It really did.
Because in Dark Knight, it looks like Chicago.
Yeah, it looks like Pittsburgh or Chicago.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And with this, they have the Narrows, and they mention Arkham Asylum, and they have all that.
They don't and then the trams just disappeared.
That too.
They just disappeared.
That too is like, where they all go.
It was gonna blow up the city, you guys. We had to get rid of them.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Take it all off. Nope.
We're gonna just revamp the whole city.
That's the way I go to work. I don't care. Walk your ass.
We're gonna make subways now.
Walk your
underground.
ass home. No, but for that reason, when I watched it, you should watch it again.
Check it out.
You get a full sense of him becoming Batman, learning how to be Batman, and then when he eventually does become Batman, it's great. And he doesn't have that voice that he does in Dark Knight, where he's talking like this. I'm Batman.
He wasn't. I swear to God, he was. That's where he talked like that in that one.
No,
too.
he does it. It's toned down.
Really?
It's not as bad as the second one. It's not as bad.
Oh, where is she?
Where is she? Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's nothing like that. But like I said, you should check it out, because when I would rank the three, I would say Dark Knight, Batman Begins, and then Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises was second for a while.
Really?
For me. Yeah, because I like Tom Hardy.
Same. I mean, I think
And
that's
his
why
voice,
it's number 2
I don't
for me.
care what anybody says. His voice does not bother me. I know it was worse before, like in the trailers.
Right.
But it did not. His voice did not
I
bother me.
thought it was cool.
His acting in that movie, as far as his mannerisms with his hands, with his body language, with his eye, with his eyes, because his face is
It's covered.
the whole movie. So his acting needs to be, at his best.
The only thing that upset me about the second one, the third one, he wasn't big enough. Like, Bane's supposed to be freaking huge, you know what I mean? But they were going for a more realistic Batman.
I think
that's what it was.
And I think that's what it was, because you can't have freaking
Gigantor,
freaking Roid Rage Bane from Batman Forever or Batman and Robin.
They could have got The Rock. He's perfect for it.
Too distracting. He's too distracting. That's not even Bane. That's The Rock. Imagine him being with the mask.
Or they should. Oh, you know what? They should have got. It would have been. It wouldn't have been such a great performance. But if they would have got the Mountain from Game of Thrones.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool. That guy's huge.
He's huge. He has actually the perfect
body build for
body.
it.
The body
but the
build.
only thing is he doesn't have the acting chops for it.
That's why he's quiet throughout the majority of it.
He doesn't talk at all.
No.
But I liked it. Tom Hardy was cool. Tom Hardy, and if you notice, Christopher Nolan uses a lot of the same actors most of the time, and Tom Hardy's one of them. And
he does that with Michael Caine.
Yeah.
I think Michael Caine is I was actually thinking about this. That's funny that you brought that up. He's the one person that I think he's been in the movies the most. He was in The Prestige. All three Batmans. Mm-hmm. He was in Inception.
And then
he was in Interstellar. Was he in Interstellar?
Yeah, he was the grandfather.
Dad. He was the grandfather. I mean, dad. Which I don't understand how. Didn't he have his He had his accent, and Matthew McConaughey.
Well, I think he was the grandfather, the father of the mother.
I think you're right.
Yeah, he was the father of the mother.
Yeah, because I think I watched that movie like twice.
Yeah.
And
and so that's why he had the accent. But he uses a lot of the same actors, and they're really good, dude. I love all his. I love all his movies, honestly. I guess another movie that I'm excited about is Rambo.
Rambo? Yeah.
I know what we're all expecting,
Yeah.
But it's Rambo. It's the end of it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Finally.
Did you like the last one?
It was cool. For an action. Called? I don't know what it was.
Wasn't it just Rambo?
It might have been just Rambo. This one's Rambo's final Last Blood. Yeah, there you go.
Last Blood.
Action-packed films like that, they're cool. They know what they are, They have a name behind it.
Yeah, the only reason... because the First Blood is one of my favorite action
First Blood
movies.
It's
one of my favorite action movies of all time, easily. Mainly because of Sylvester Stallone. His acting, I think, is one of his best acting besides Creed.
I liked him in Balboa.
Oh, his acting in Balboa was good too.
Balboa was really good.
Balboa was pretty good. Yeah, Rocky Balboa was.
But yeah, his acting in Creed and both Creed movies pretty good.
It's kind of ridiculous that he didn't get.
He was nominated for,
but he didn't win. Mm-mm. He lost to
somebody.
Mark Rylance from Bridge of Spies, which no one remembers. I never watched it.
I liked it.
I never watched it,
no?
And it's one of my favorite directors and one of my favorite actors, Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I liked it. I feel like he deserved that.
You think so?
Yeah.
You over Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That movie was good. Because it was up against the first Creed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That Bridge of Spies was actually a really good movie. I liked it.
Because I heard it. I didn't watch it, so I can't really comment on it.
That guy comes out in Dunkirk.
Yeah, Mark Rylance. Yeah.
We're going to Dunkirk. That's all I remember him saying.
He's what's his name from Ready Player One? He's a creator.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot. I can't remember.
Man, Steven Spielberg loves that guy.
Yeah, That's one guy lately that he's been
using
a
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last movie of his that I actually liked. Steven Spielberg has been hit and miss with me. Like he had BFG.
Recently, yeah.
Recently, as far as recently, yeah.
But Ready Player One was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was the last one, and I think mainly it was because of all the pop culture references.
Yeah.
And all the movies and.
I'm just a video game nerd, so.
Yeah, and all that.
Yeah.
And just all the little characters that you see within the movie.
What do you think about Hobbs and Shaw?
I could care less. It's
a spin-off, right?
It's a spin-off.
I don't even think he's gonna be in the next Fast.
He isn't.
He has like beef with Vin Diesel now.
Supposedly. Huh? Yeah, I guess.
I heard that they're putting John Cena into Fast 9.
They need
replacing him. They need another big guy.
Another big dude. Just skin tone, just a little lighter.
Bigger guy. Yes, lighter guy. You know.
And I honestly think he's a little better actor than The Rock. He's funny in Blockers.
Dude, Blockers is a great.
He's
you know what?
Funny.
Man, you know what it is?
He was decent in Bumblebee. He was okay.
Look, Dwayne The Rock Johnson was a decent actor. He is a decent actor.
He's a good actor,
but I feel like he's just chasing the check. I mean, if I was in the same thing, I was like, I want to chase the check too.
One thing I would give him is that he's a good, because I love The Rock. Anybody who knows me, I follow him on Instagram.
Oh, I know.
And he was my favorite wrestler when he.
You had action
you
figures.
remember?
Saw it.
I had like 5 different rocks. I had a rock with like 2 different types of vests.
Yes.
I had one
without the vest.
With just pants, and then I had another one. I think he was in a suit.
I think he even had glasses in one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And
You're obsessed with him.
I'm still obsessed with him.
In a healthy way.
In a healthy way, not in a weird psychotic
Stalker.
way. I don't go on the Rock's Instagram and be like, did he post?
Sliding into his DMs.
Yo, D. I don't call him The Rock. I call him D. we're pen pals. But he's a good like my favorite film of his is Faster. You ever watch Faster?
Yes.
That's my favorite
Billy
film
Bob
of his.
Thornton.
Yeah, and it's my favorite performance. Oh, that's a lie. My favorite performance of his, but my favorite movie that he's in is Fast 5.
Really?
Yeah, because that was when they changed. That's when like
everything
Fast
changed.
and Furious.
That's when they became national
criminals.
But
it still had the cars involved, and it still had like the whole like family. But with this Hobbs and Shaw, it just looks so generic. Like it's just
like every other
last 3 movies of his I didn't like. I didn't like Rampage. I didn't like Skyscraper. What was the other movie? Baywatch. I didn't like Baywatch.
No one did.
No one did. And
I'm pretty sure there was another one too.
There was one more. Central Intelligence was funny with Kevin Hart.
I've only seen bits and parts of that movie.
He was funny. He was funny.
But you know what? I'm kind of like over Kevin Hart's comedy now.
I'm over him too. I'm getting fatigue with both of them. I think so because they're just so big.
Well, you know what it is, yeah. And then they come out in a movie like they come out in 1 or 2 movies every year. And then
The Rock was in Moana. He was good in Moana.
He was good in Moana.
He did really
I'm
good
telling you, he is talented.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just like
he has charisma. He has
I think it's just oversaturated with him in the box office.
He's just a good businessman.
That's what it is. I mean, I can't blame him for that. He's getting his bag, you know.
So now that you say that. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but they're making a Jungle Cruise movie with Emily Blunt. You know the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland?
Yeah, I did not know.
They're making a movie about that with The Rock.
Wow.
And they're in production. I think they actually wrapped up. And there's a picture that he posted on his Instagram, and he's in the suit, but it looks like a suit, like a sailor suit almost, but he looks like Popeye because he has the big old pipe. He has a pipe coming out of his mouth.
He's got the hat too.
His arms are tearing out of the damn.
Oh my god!
Out of the shirt. He's just too big to for him to play that part. Like he doesn't look normal. Like, dude, you're not no captain. You're not no type of sailor. All right, dude. You're the dude working at the bottom of the damn ship.
That's racist.
No, not.
Oh my god!
I didn't mean it like.
So he's the guys in Titanic that die first.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that is racist.
He's the guy that dies first.
Oh my god.
Just because he's half black doesn't mean anything.
That is horrible. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
I didn't.
Oh my god.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it as far as. Let me forget. I'm gonna forget about
Just skip
Anyways,
that part.
it's just I'm oversaturated with The Rock, and Hobbs and Shaw. It looks like a fun movie. Just
I think it's one of those movies you'll watch that's on the streaming.
Yeah.
It's on the streaming service, and like, you know what? I just feel like watching something today. I have nothing else to do.
Background noise.
Yeah.
Something to fall asleep to, maybe.
You could like make dinner while you're watching
hangover
it.
movie.
I mean, you could be really high and watch this movie. You know?
No. No.
I mean, anyone else besides you.
I'm gonna be tearing my hair out of the little hair that I do have.
But yeah, I mean, I'll watch that movie once it comes out.
I mean,
not in theaters. Not in theaters.
No. I'm in no rush to
yeah,
go
no,
watch it.
nothing like that. But I mean, I'll watch it once it comes out, like on
I think
Netflix or something.
That's pretty much like all the movie news that's
basically
that this week and stuff. Two things that I want to mention. Netflix picked up the Division movie.
Oh my gosh, yes, they almost forgot
the Division movie.
So this movie has been in talks since the first Division game came out.
15?
I think it was 15 or 16, one of those two. And it had the same actor connected to it, Jake Gyllenhaal.
And Jessica Chastain.
Well, they didn't have Jessica Chastain back then.
But
she's in it now.
He was the first.
He was the first actor that they wanted, and he's stuck to it. And now Netflix is finally picking them up. They didn't say a release date. I think they were gonna announce that later on. But yeah, I'm excited for that. A buddy of mine was telling me that I think he said on Amazon Prime, they have a 25-minute short film of the Division.
Really?
Yeah, and he's like, it's pretty cool. But I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal in anything he does,
he's one of my favorite actors right now.
And I forget who's directing the movie. Did they say who was directing it? No,
I don't think anyone's attached to it.
But
I think they're the only two people who are attached. Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great movie. For those who don't know the video game or anything like that, it's basically a post-apocalyptic video game where there's a virus that goes around and kills half of the population of I think the world. But as far as I know, this is the first one set in New York, and it's just the United States that's affected. But I'm pretty sure they say the whole world. And there's these special agents. They're called Division agents, and they pretty much go and try to get society back to normal. Trying to control all the outlaws that are out there, trying to take over all this madness and stuff like that. So that's basically what it is. And the second one just recently came out this year, and now that it's getting some popularity, they finally found track to get the movie. And Netflix finally picked it up because I believe Sony was attached to it when they first mentioned it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember if it was Sony or Fox or one of those two, but I guess they pulled the plug.
It might have been Sony.
And but I guess they've been keeping it alive, and Netflix just picked it up, so it's gonna be great. Jessica Chastain.
That's perfect. You know what? I like the fact that Netflix is getting more of Martin Scorsese to get movies like
they're getting
that.
Big names.
Yeah.
They started off with unknown people. They started making their own content, and I love it. It brings competition, and it allows more people to give us more stories. There's people out there that don't have a chance in Hollywood as far as movie giving out in the movie theaters and stuff like that. Yeah. They have a chance with these streaming services, which is great. It's awesome.
Yeah. Do you ever hear when the Oscars were going on? I think after the Oscars, when the comments that Steven Spielberg made?
Yeah. He tried to clean up, I think a couple months or weeks later.
Yeah.
He released a statement where they just he wants them to do it the right way, regulations or whatever. But I love Steven Spielberg, but the way he said it at first is
yeah, I think he's just too old school with it.
Yeah, I get he's trying to protect the moviegoer's experience, going to the movies and stuff like that. But you know what? Nowadays it's more convenient.
People want their movies now.
Well, yeah, that too. But people don't want to go to the movie theater, and there's people there sometimes that are really rude. They're on their phones or they're talking.
I can't fucking stand
tell me about it, dude. So there's times where I'm just you know what? I'd rather just watch this stuff at home
Yeah.
and not have to deal
But there's
with
some
it.
movies that I do want.
You want to go watch in theaters?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like Endgame. I'm not gonna watch that shit at home.
No.
I'm gonna go.
I mean, I will, but
I mean, I will. Yeah, given the opportunity, but I want to go watch that shit in IMAX. You know what I mean? Like, how amazing is that? But I mean, I get where he's coming from, but then again, it's like, it's good business, and it's better for the consumer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is. And then not only that, it's not only better for the consumer, it's also better for people to have more creative space.
That's what I said. And
Because
that's what I was
Netflix
saying.
doesn't get too involved. They have so much content coming out. Like they have so many foreign
They give
shows
people so many chances, like so many shots. It's like, yo, here, put it out. It sounds like a good idea. Let's make it work.
Yup.
And a lot of those ideas, they turn out to be really good shows or really good movies.
Yeah. And sometimes it doesn't work out. Like, do you ever watch Triple Frontier?
I've watched a little bit of it. You didn't like it?
No.
Why?
How I described it was, it's probably gonna offend somebody, but this is how I described it. I don't care. I described it as a really pretty girl with no personality. The movie looks nice. It's nice to look at.
It looks good on the outside, but
There's no
there's nothing
substance.
in the inside.
There's no substance. There's no.
It's what it looks like.
And
they had a lot of good actors.
Yeah, they had Oscar Isaac, Ben Affleck, Pedro Pascal,
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam. He's not the best actor. He's good in.
He's cool. I just think
he's good in Sons of Anarchy.
You know what it is? I just think he picks like the wrong roles sometimes.
But in Pacific Rim, Guillermo del Toro, come on.
I like Pacific Rim.
No, Pacific Rim was. Well, I'm saying him. In the
yeah,
movie.
the acting was kind of weird.
I'm just saying him. No, the movie was good. I like the movie was fine to me.
I give in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like him in Green Street Hooligans. That's my
Hooligans.
favorite movie of
Yeah.
his though. That he's in. But besides that, like, what was the recent movie he was in?
King Arthur.
Yes.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything about it.
God, I almost threw up in my mouth right now. Just thinking about it.
Like, I think you just might be drunk.
I think I'm drunk. No, but what was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about Triple Frontier.
I am drunk.
How not
That's how forgettable it is.
Okay.
That I literally forgot right now.
I mean,
It was just that's how I described it. But
it's cool that Netflix is giving people shots like that. Though.
Yeah, but you do get these big names, these people, these like Ben Affleck, and like it's good for the consumer, convenient for the consumer, and it just gives creative space to directors and writers to do
and actors
to do anything they want.
Yeah, man,
And
I like it.
And there's not really an excuse or anything for like anyone to say, oh, like it's just because Steven Spielberg's like old school and he was there like in the golden ages of, not the golden ages, but when he's one of the pioneers. He started blockbusters and
yeah.
he started a new generation of CGI with Jurassic Park, and he just pumped out movie after movie that everybody loved. So, and he has a name where everybody kind of respects it. So when he says something, it's kind of a big deal. But then you could throw the argument with Martin Scorsese's getting involved twice with Netflix to make a movie, and he's still dodoing his movies.
Exactly. You could do both, and I don't see the trouble of Netflix movies getting nominated for Oscars. Like, if they're worthy of it,
yeah,
why not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a great film, like Roma was a great film.
I didn't watch it.
No, it's good. Why can't it be nominated? It was shown. Like, I think they have a thing where you have to show a certain amount in theaters, and I think they did that. But I think they just didn't like the fact that they didn't play them in all theaters and stuff like that.
Right.
If it's a great film, why not let it be nominated?
That's another director, Alfonso Cuarón, that he
directed my favorite Harry Potter movie, Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite one's Half-Blood Prince. That's my favorite one. Yeah,
that's a good one.
But like him, like he's one of the directors that I could think of that he's not really into Hollywood. He just wants to make his film.
He wants good films.
He wants to make good films, and that's why I'm assuming that's why he went with Netflix, because he wanted to. He wanted his creative space.
It was
he didn't want no studio.
I feel like it was a passion film for him, and like, you know what, Netflix has given me the freedom to do it.
Being a Mexican, him being Mexican and being in Spanish,
right?
So
like, you know what, go for it. I thought that was great.
But yeah, I think that's all the movie news, right? That's all I wanted to.
Basically,
as far as movie news.
Bill and Ted 3, Face the Music. Kid Cudi got cast.
Did he really?
Yeah, they didn't say for what, but I saw it this morning that I got an alert saying that Kid Cudi got cast for a role in that movie, which is great.
Which is great. I love
Kid Cudi and Keanu Reeves together.
Oh my! This is one of my favorite artists.
Yes.
And then one of my favorite actors.
Action. Everybody loves Keanu Reeves right now. You see all those memes everywhere. Just
everyone.
2019 belongs to Keanu Reeves.
It really does. It really does.
Move over, Endgame.
How are you looking forward to the game that he's gonna be in? Cyberpunk 77.
2077. Yeah. Dude, I've been waiting for this. For those who ever played The Witcher or any of the Witcher games, I mean, the most recent, I think everyone played with The Witcher 3. Mm-hmm. I haven't even completed that video game yet.
There's so much to it.
There's so much stuff to do.
Is it like,
I only did side quests. That's all I was doing, side quests.
Is it like Assassin's Creed where there's like so much to do?
No, it's Skyrim.
More like Skyrim.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, gotcha. And then this one, I'm pretty sure is the same way because there's no multiplayer. It's just single player, and I'm pretty sure this thing is gonna be insane. I'm ready not to have a life for 2020.
Did you see that meme of with Keanu Reeves when he was coming out at the esports or
E3.
the E3 convention?
Yeah.
And he was walking out, and how the lights were behind him. There's a meme where it says how everybody looks at Keanu Reeves, and it's just all these lights just glowing right behind him.
Jesus Christ!
Like Jesus, the rebirth.
He's back, second coming.
Yeah, for real. And then they had casted the daughters for Bill and Ted. For Bill and Ted 3. And
one of them is from that show on Netflix.
Yes, and I love
Apathetic or
Atypical.
Atypical. There you go.
I love that show. I've
only seen one episode, but
she's great and she's funny in it. She's really funny in it. She's great. She's like one of my favorite parts of it.
Yeah, she's the only one I mean besides Keanu Reeves and Kid Cudi, he's the only other one I really knew. Or she's the only one I knew.
The one that's playing Bill's daughter is, I don't remember. She looked familiar. Face the Music. I didn't know that's what it was called. Face the Music?
I don't know what that is.
No, it's Bill and Ted Face the Music. That's the.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking. She's from that movie or show.
You're like, no, I
don't know.
Oh, that's where I seen her from. Have you ever watched the Netflix movie called The Babysitter?
No.
Directed by McGee?
No.
Well, it's actually a really.
I'm sorry, I don't have Netflix right now. I'm poor. I gotta steal someone's account.
You can steal my account, bro.
Oh,
so
there
you can
go.
watch all these movies.
Perfect.
Don't worry about it.
I need to watch The Office. I'm beaming right now.
Everything else on Netflix, all these movies we're talking.
Just gotta watch The Office.
Forget everything else. I want to watch The Office.
The Office.
Binge watch it all day, every day, all day. Office. That's what she said. But no, there's a movie called The Babysitter, and it's this horror comedy, and she's a babysitter, but like it's her and a group of friends that pretty much they're part of a cult, and they start kind of like sacrificing each other, I think.
Holy shit.
But it has this twist at the end.
Okay. And
the kid that she's babysitting is trying to survive, and they're trying to kill him. But she's the babysitter in the movie, and she's the daughter of Bill in the movie, I guess. But that's the only thing I've seen her in. I haven't seen her in anything
Should be
else.
good. I mean, I love Bill Ted movies.
I like the first one.
You never seen the second one?
I never watched the second one.
No, they're good.
No, I heard
they're entertaining. Yeah, it's not great.
I like the first one though.
But yeah,
I think I didn't grow up with it, so for me, like if I watch it now, it'll probably feel dated.
Right.
I haven't watched it in a while.
Which happens a lot. With a lot of movies.
A lot of movies. Unless like, yeah, I guess that's true. Because there's a lot of movies from the 90s I grew up. I'm like, I still like this movie. Like The Mummy. The Mummy's one.
Oh, The Mummy's great.
I love the movie.
I just rewatched The Mummy and Mummy Returns a couple of days ago.
Any action, not any, but a lot of action movies from the 90s I actually like. I like Speed, Point Break, Matrix.
Those movies,
anything.
Die Hard. Those movies they never
They're
get old.
They're just so good.
Yeah,
they're just so good.
They age well. I mean, I guess the last
news.
well, yeah, not really news, but the last little subject I want to talk about is Star Wars.
Star Wars, the trailer
The
came out a
last,
couple weeks
yeah,
ago.
I mean it's the last movie of this trilogy. Um, People have mixed feelings about this whole trilogy. I enjoyed the first one, Force Awakens.
So did I. I
Uh,
own it.
I enjoyed the Last Jedi. I mean, it wasn't
There's
great.
there's things I enjoy about it.
There's things I enjoyed. Yeah, there's not that great.
There's a lot.
And this one, what's it called?
Rise of the Skywalker.
Rise of, yeah. So the trailer looks great. We're finally gonna get the Knights of Ren. Hopefully,
Are we?
That's what they've been saying.
Did you hear that they're supposed to make a trilogy about the Old Republic?
Yeah, you know what idiots are writing it and directing it?
Yeah, the guys, the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. Fucking idiots.
You know what? No, since we're on that subject, man.
No, I don't want to talk about Game of Thrones.
No.
It's been weeks now. I'm over it.
No.
I've recovered.
But I haven't had a chance to really
Vent about it.
vent about it to
I
anybody.
vented. I vented to myself.
Yeah, seeing that sometimes that's not good. I need some backlash. I need somebody to tell me that I'm wrong when I'm not. But okay,
Lay it on me, man.
I don't know where to start.
I'll tell you where to start.
I know. At the end. No,
The first 2 seconds of the first episode, actually.
I know this is the movie scale podcast, but
We talk about shows here
we're
too.
talking
People.
about. Yeah, we're talking about shows too.
Anything that has to do with filmmaking or
Entertainment.
actors or whatever.
This is our podcast. I'm gonna talk about whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
I don't care what the title says.
If I want to talk about how my beer tastes, I'm gonna talk about that.
I want. I was gonna say something. I think I didn't. But I think people are giving it too much
Hate?
backlash.
No.
I think they
No,
are.
my guy, no.
Yes, I think the only 2 episodes, and spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched Game of
If
Thrones.
you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, you're
I know
an
we
idiot.
spoiled a whole bunch of other movies, but all the movies that we talked about are like 5+, 10+ years old. All right,
Go watch Game of Thrones and just skip the 8th season.
Yeah, it's been like what 3 weeks, 2 weeks, no 3 weeks since
I really
the
don't
last
care anymore.
the last episode. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, or fast forward after this, or whatever. Don't listen. I don't know, but the last 2 episodes are the only ones I have a problem with.
Really?
Yes, as a
Okay.
whole episodes. The Long Night.
The Long Night was good.
It was good.
There's parts of it that was just like, ugh.
Such as
Arya shouldn't have been the one killing the Night King.
who you think should have?
Jon Snow.
Why Jon Snow?
It was his whole mission, his whole arc. He was always talking about winter is coming, the Night King is coming.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been the one to kill him.
Yeah, but see,
No.
he couldn't have been there to kill him.
He was.
He couldn't have been there because he was too busy.
My boy ran up on this nigga, and he could have killed him, but
after thousands of white.
he could have taken them down.
All of them.
He survived the Battle of the Bastards.
No, my dude. No, did you see his face? My face would have been the same reaction when
I don't know.
they all stood up.
You know what? That was because of the writing. They could have written it in a better way where he could have fought him one-on-one. We didn't even get to see the Night King fight.
That's one thing I do have a problem.
It was ridiculous.
That's one thing I didn't.
And what was he gonna do at the end? Just as far as Jon Snow, like he was just standing there waiting for the dragon just to burn the shit out of him.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, no. Wait. No. That's the Night King is the only problem I have. Not the only, but I'm thinking about the whole Bran and
he was pretty much the
whole
Night
they've been
King.
setting up Bran to be king since the moment.
No,
how not so? But this whole time,
look.
but this whole time the Night King was looking for Bran.
yes, but
That's why they said they were trying to protect him because he. So what? Go ahead.
First of all, it's stupid that he's king. It's ridiculous. I mean, if they
No, that's stupid. I hate it. I hated that. I hated that. I hated the fact that why the one person who's the least interesting, who has the worst arc, who doesn't have an arc at all, who has no type of emotion, the one person who said he didn't want to be king because he's not even.
He's the three-eyed raven.
Yeah,
I'm not Bran.
I'm not Bran. I'm whatever the hell you are. fucking Captain Crunch. I don't care whatever the hell you are. All right, man.
He's a tree hugger.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. But that's one thing I hate about it. I don't. People who say
there were supposed to be 10 seasons, right?
Were there?
Yes, but these guys didn't want to do that because they had their eyes on Star Wars.
Well, that, and then the cast didn't want to finish either.
My ass, that's a paycheck. Who ain't gonna want to get paid?
Imagine doing that for 8 years, though.
I would not mind. It's a steady paycheck.
You're saying that because you're not on set.
I know.
I mean, I would be the same way. I would be
it's
the
a
same
steady
way.
paycheck. I mean, these guys are all.
But
great.
I think it has to come to an end at one point.
Well, yeah, but 10 seasons is not bad. Or at least they could have done 10
Eight's,
episodes.
But 8's not bad.
They could have done if they would have had a full 10 episode.
I would have said keep the same amount of episodes they did this season for as long as they were, but just have a 9th season with another 6 episodes with the same amount of time.
No, I think if they would have done at least like 9 or 10 episodes more on this one, and it would have explained a little bit more. They did
rush it, though.
They rushed the shit out of it, man.
They did rush it.
And the stupid explanations they give at the end of each episode, I don't know if you ever seen those. Like, it's like the writers talking about the decisions the characters made or whatever. It's like, no, man, I don't need you explaining what I just saw, and I don't need you like to explain that. This is the reason they did it. Like, no, that's a stupid reason.
So I'm assuming this is your least favorite season.
I'm not buying it. I bought season 7. That's where I stop.
That's how I am. That's how I am with Walking Dead. I stopped at season 5.
Season 7, I gave it a pass. I was like, there's some really good episodes on there.
Yeah.
This one.
Did you like the mountain and
the hound?
The hound.
The fight.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. Why
I didn't like it.
There was some cool parts,
I didn't like the makeup.
Well, I didn't really care about that. I was just
I'm just
why
saying,
can't they fight on flat ground? Why the hell did they have to fight on stairs?
Yeah. I didn't like that. You know what? I was high when I watched the episode.
Why did Cersei die by bricks? It's stupid.
That was stupid.
You know what? Okay, Arya. Okay, Jon Snow should have killed the Night King. Arya should have killed Cersei. That's how it should have gone.
I think, you know what? No. I think Jamie should have killed Cersei.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Yeah,
I think
either Arya or Jamie, because they threw out Jamie's whole arc.
And he was one of my favorite characters throughout the whole show.
They threw that away. That he redeemed himself, and then you know what? No, fuck it. I'm going back to her.
That was stupid. I didn't like that. You know what? I think you're changing my mind.
Told you.
Yeah, I think you're changing my mind.
This shit was ridiculous.
I think you are changing my mind. Maybe I need to watch it again.
It was stupid. What they should have done, if they had a couple more episodes, I feel like Daenerys and Jon should have gotten married.
No.
Yes.
That's weird.
I mean, it's weird, but it's not weird for Targaryens. It's not weird for Targaryens, and it's not weird for that time period.
No, but you gotta remember, he was born as a Stark. In over there in the north, that's not the way they do things.
I know he has his dad's or his uncle's beliefs and stuff like that. Yeah, no, his
mom was a Stark.
Yeah, Ned Stark, but Ned Stark was the one that raised them.
Oh.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, she could have convinced him, and he could have convinced her to let him be king because I'm right.
Did you
I'm
like
the rightful
fact
heir.
that she became another Mad King?
No,
I didn't like that either.
I didn't like that either, and people are saying
I didn't like the fact that when she was on the dragon, and then she just burned.
Why did you could have just burned the fucking castle? Why did you have to burn everybody else? Yeah. What the hell did they do to you? You know what I mean?
You changed my mind. You officially changed my mind.
There's been arguments where people have been telling me like, well, you know what? Like they ran her out of the country. They killed her family. It's like, yeah, but not everybody, not all those people in that city, did like went with Cersei. Like they were just going with the crowd. You know what I mean? Right. Like fuck it. Like these people are the leaders now, so fuck it. You know, I want my life to go okay, so don't fuck with me. So of course they're gonna be cheering for them. They're gonna be cheering for whoever's king because they don't want to die or you know. So
Did you like the
was
fact that
stupid.
Jon Snow was the one that killed her?
I didn't like the fact that
Oh,
she
they went
died.
together. Oh, you didn't like the fact that she died?
No, she should have lived. Jon Snow should have been the king. And then, what's her name? Sansa. It was fine that.
I think we want Jon Snow to be, because he's like the main character. Like, you know, he's.
And I get it. Their show, they had their twist and stuff like that.
It's not only that, but I don't think it fits his character, because he never wanted.
He never
it.
wanted
And
to.
He was always considered a bastard.
Okay, but Brandon Stark never wanted to.
No,
be.
but I'm saying that's stupid. That's one thing for sure that I already had in my mind. I was like, that's stupid. It was the worst idea.
Yes, and that they can't use that excuse though, because Brandon didn't want to be. He's the third-eyed raven or whatever the hell he is. Jon Snow should have been like, you know what? I'll just do it because it's what everybody wants.
I didn't like the fact that he went back to the wall, or not even the wall.
The Unsullied took off on their ships somewhere else. They could have been like, yo, and John, we're just messing with you. They're gone already. You could stay. Like, it's no problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your brother's king,
not
bro.
Not only that, they should have killed him. They would have killed him, knowing that they.
If they killed, she killed Daenerys, they would have killed him, which is stupid.
Yeah, you changed my mind.
Yeah, this season was shit.
I think it was shit.
And there was actors on there. I'm 100% sure some of the actors on this show were like, this season was shit.
Yeah. Did you watch the documentary?
No, because it's a piece of shit.
I mean, actually, you know, it was actually cool. It was actually cool for like nostalgic reasons. Like,
I applaud all the crew, the production crew, for all the work they did for this season, because they did a lot, especially for the long night the long night.
The long night.
They were out there.
People are calling it the Battle of Winterfell.
Whatever it is. Whatever. But the production and everything, they were great. The actors were great. It's just the writers are idiots, and they just wanted to go do Star Wars. And
you think that's what it was? You think they rushed it because of that reason?
I'm 100% sure that was it. They wanted to go do Star Wars and go do that and get their bag.
I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah.
And if they ruin Star Wars, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
Yeah,
I mean, because with these trilogies that are out right now.
Did you watch Solo?
Yeah, I liked it.
It was cool.
I liked the Solo movie.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked Rogue One a lot.
Rogue One was one of my favorites. Yeah.
Out of all the ones that they've
been out with the new ones, that's my favorite one.
I think Last Jedi is probably my least favorite.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if these guys ruin the next trilogy, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
I mean, they have a lot to work with. Stuff we
you do know that one of these idiots wrote the X-Men Origins or whatever, the Wolverine Origins.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he wrote, one of these idiots wrote that movie.
No way.
Yes. Thought it would be a good idea to have Deadpool with no mouth. Fucking idiots. And this is ridiculous.
I'm loving this. Can I just hear you just talk about Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones, like how pissed off I am about it. My God, you have no idea. Like, I'm not even as angry.
Oh my gosh,
I'm not as
you're
angry.
right,
Yeah,
dude.
they wrote shitty ass movies, bro. I give them props because they wrote the Game of Thrones and stuff like that. But if you think about it, they had source material from the books.
Yeah.
And then once they got past, because George R.R. Martin hasn't finished the books yet, so they went on without him. So they just started George R.R. Martin told them who was supposed to be king, I guess, or whatever, or who was supposed to get killed, who or whatever.
I heard that there was something that they did
that he didn't like.
No, that was actually close to what he's finishing.
Right. But it's stupid. I don't know, man. These guys are idiots. The way they rushed the last season is ridiculous.
You changed my mind, and I might need to go back to watch it.
Oh, good luck with that. I'm not as angry as I was after the...
You're angrier?
I was angry. I was livid. I was the Hulk from the Avengers 1. I was pissed off. But I mean, it is what it is.
It's over now.
It's over now.
But
on to the new one.
I think, when the show was over, I had, kind of reviewing it in my own head. I think that show is going to be like one of the last shows that it's like an event that people wait week to week to watch.
I don't know. I mean, for a while, I think there's going to be something.
Streaming platforms, because they come out with all these shows and all the Stranger Things, Black Mirror.
I don't know, man, because HBO is really good in making shows like that, or like even other.
I mean, HBO's
networks.
keeping it up though.
There's gonna be another show where not anytime soon, but I bet you anything, someone out there right now is writing the next big TV series.
You think so?
Yes.
But I'm saying for it to be like an event like this, for it to be like a pop culture.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be another show out there that it's gonna hit pop culture like this.
Game of Thrones?
I don't know if it's gonna be bigger. Maybe
I think Game of Thrones is the biggest.
I don't think bigger. Maybe
almost
as big.
Is there any other show that's bigger than Game of Thrones?
None that I can think of. I have no idea. Breaking Bad was pretty big, but not like that. Not on that level.
I don't think you compare
Sopranos.
Mad Men.
Nah, Mad Men wasn't that big. The Walking Dead for a while was, but then it just died out.
Yeah, it just died out.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of that show.
So was I. I just stopped watching after season 7. Season 7 is just like, I'm over it. Mm-hmm. I'll stick with Game of Thrones for now.
Yeah, I think. But that's what I think. I think that's gonna be one of the last movies. Last shows that it's kind of like an event.
Yeah.
I think HBO will keep on pumping them out as good shows, but for it to be like where people like wait week to week for this episode to come out and it just be such a freaking just a monster of a show, I can't imagine anything.
It's hard to see it now, but it'll happen eventually. Just give it some time.
Maybe.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps up our podcast for today. I'm your host, Art, and then I got my co-host,
Brian.
And we'll hope to see you guys, or not see you guys, but talk to you guys again next week. And we'll bring you guys some more movie news and some more updates on future films.
Yeah, this was great. I actually had a good time. For it to be our first one.
Yeah, it's our first podcast, you guys.
Yeah, this is the first ever recorded episode.
It'll only get better.
It'll only get better. We're definitely gonna hear Art rant about other stuff that he hates. And we're probably gonna do one episode of a whole hour of him just talking about something he really hates.
Yes, it'll happen. Especially when Star Wars comes out. The rants will happen if it's a shitty movie.
Oh, most definitely.
But until then, you guys, we thank you. We want you guys to continue checking out the Movie Scale podcast in the future, and then we'll have some more updates to it.
And fun things.
Fun things, yeah. Social media.
Yeah, we're gonna have our own page for the podcast, and not anytime soon, but we will announce it. We'll probably announce it on one of the episodes. We're not as far as the next one's coming up, we're not sure when we're gonna record the next one.
Oh, like post as far as like post it on YouTube or
just posting it. Yeah, just posting it.
Yeah, it'll be some time. We don't have a set date yet. I'm in the middle of moving, so
yeah, like we said, we're this was our first time. This was it's something we've been wanting to do for a really long time, and it felt we've been talking about it all week. We've been excited for it all week, and it's something we've been wanting to do for a really long time. And it feels great that we finally actually did it. That we actually recorded something, and I've been wanting to do this because every time I talk to somebody, especially about movies, because anybody who knows you or me knows that that's our thing.
All we do, watch movies and talk about movies and TV shows.
And one of my favorite things is to talk about movies. So why not have a podcast and kind of, educate people, about just movies and stuff that they don't know about. And
there's a lot of people out there that don't know about certain films or anything like that. Yeah,
and then they don't even know that certain movies are coming out, and why not?
We'll be your bridge to that.
Exactly. And we're here for that. And we have really good ideas that we want to do for the show. Fun topics and fun kind of games between us. Maybe arguments, discussions that, debates, really strong debates. Maybe we'll have episodes where, Art picks a movie for me and I pick a movie for him. Movies that we've never seen. A movie he hasn't seen but I've seen, and vice versa. And we come back and just talk about those two movies. and have our take on it, whether if we liked it, didn't like it, things like that. So we have things lined up for the show. You're not only gonna hear us just talk about movie news and trailers and stuff like that.
We'll have reactions to movies that we've seen,
you know, and hopefully
trailers.
Yeah, but as far as this is our debut episode. This is our baby for the podcast.
Our learning experience.
This is as we're gonna yeah, but definitely a learning experience for sure. And but I'm glad we did it, dude.
Same.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it, and mission accomplished.
Heck yeah. So I mean, we'll see you guys hopefully next week. We try to put these out at least once a week, and then once production picks up and all that stuff, we'll try to knock these out daily. But until then, you guys, we appreciate it, and to all you movie scalers out there, stay tuned.
Later.
Bye.